Welcome back to another good one. Today, shop's looking a little empty, isn't it? Well, I mean, we still got the square body, and I'm sanding, guys. I'm sanding. We need to paint. I'm gonna get burnt out on painting body, though. So, you know me, on to another project. Got Kayla and the family out here helping me today, clearing out this little shop. And I think we're gonna work on the most viewed vehicle on my profile, the Econoline. Oh yeah, we're digging her out. Not for sure exactly what we're gonna do with it, but we're gonna do it. Let's get it done. She's a tight squeeze, boys. Guy needs a couple more things. Finally, the Econoline, most viewed thing on my channel. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully this, we're just trying to test the theory. Was it the truck? Was it a fluke? I don't know. We're trying to figure out. If you guys really like the truck, maybe we'll do more to it than I'm originally thinking. But for now, as you see, we got her spruced up, sprinced up, cleaned up a little bit, just scrubbed it with a brush or a broom, nothing fancy. And if you guys remember, we got this a few years ago, an old barn. Come across another cool Facebook swap deal. Check her out, guys. Wanted to show you guys. Got a little excited and didn't even get you guys the barn shot, but she's a barn find. Check out the video. It's been a while. Been sitting around. We got a fair price on it, and it's a super solid truck. Pretty darn straight now that we got her cleaned up. First time I've really had her clean, because like I say, when we got it was in a barn, covered with barn dust and bird poo and whatever. It's still not perfect, because like I say, I didn't put any soap or nothing to it. But anyhow, body work wise, we got some body filler up here, kind of cracking. You know, we need to get into that, fix that. Don't look too intimidating though, looks pretty simple. It feels and looks pretty darn straight. Looks like maybe someone just was fixing some small stuff. I mean, some just little stuff, and was getting ready to recoat it is what it looks like. Because I mean, honestly, like I say, pretty straight, super solid. So yeah, that's awesome. Backside's nice and solid. We got tailgate, which is in really good shape, and those are pretty expensive on the old Econoline pickups. You usually bring like $1,000 from what I understand and see on Facebook and stuff. Come with lots of extra, you know, little parts, extra transmission. We got box full of, it looks like we got multiple wipers and stuff like that, so obviously extra or something like that. We got the grill, we got the glove box, door, we got heater stuff, we got interior panels, a couple extra transmissions, you know, some 5-speeds. I don't know if those would work behind a 350, but I think we're going to find out. It'd be sweet if they did. We got the dog house. It's probably what we're going to start with first. It's probably the interior. I think it's probably the plan. But yeah, I think we'll probably keep it the blue because it's already pretty solid and it's based blue, and it's not going to take much to just kind of recoat it real quick. And I'm just looking for driver quality, you know what I mean? So it don't have to be perfectly laser straight and show quality is what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking maybe kind of like a satin blue. What do you guys think? Throw in a comment, let me know. I think we kind of satin her out, then we don't have to worry about buffing it. And like I say, worry about every single little thing. Yeah, I'm thinking gasser style, you know, because that's what we originally got it for. I'd love to do like a a wheel stander, you know, mid-engined gasser. That'd be super sweet. It's what I'd really love to do with it, but I don't have the time, guys. I just don't. We really don't even have time to do what we're doing. We probably should just sell it as is, but I don't want to do that. I really want to see it out. So we're just going to kind of, you know, finish the dream out a little bit at least. Get some fatties on the back. We're going to do the chrome steelies all the way around. It should look pretty sweet. I'm excited for that. That's going to be a couple days. Like I say, I think first and foremost, you can just look how solid that old girl is. And then this is where we, you know, that's the biggest damage. I got a bunch of flack for hitting a pole out here when we were driving it on our first video.
Oops.
Oh, man. Just right down it too, huh? Whoops. So go check that out and give me some heck, but barely a scratch. You know, we got to fix that. Like I say, first and foremost, I think we're going to start off here in the interior. You know, I don't know that, I mean, I'm not a blue hater, but I probably would have done a different color. I don't know. I think it would have been fun to do some fun color on one of these trucks. You know, purple or a pink, or I don't know. Something fun, orange, yellow. I think this truck would have been fun, a fun color, but blue, it's not a bad color. I think we're going to basically restore on this, is what I'm saying. Keep it this color. You just need some touch-ups, a little here and there, and the doors are in pretty good shape. Mainly the door jambs, you know, kind of need fixing. I think we'll kind of maybe bed liner this. This is where the seats go anyways. We'll kind of bed liner the floor and stuff, whatever. Repaint the dash, and just kind of get her spruced up. But I think that's first and foremost step, because the wiring is out, like everything's out, you know what I mean? We need to get the doghouse in, but we can't even really get it running that good because everything, the switches, all that stuff. So I think we get the dash and stuff, get it painted, put all the wiring stuff back in, the doghouse put back in, get it running decent, and then, you know, we can kind of finish up the outside. Like I say, it'll be a few days before I get the stuff for wheels and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's going to be the first plan. Empty out the box, figure out what we got, kind of start figuring out what we need, what we don't got, hopefully, and maybe start tacking some of this stuff together and try to find all the pieces for the dash and all that. And then I think that's going to be our plan. Just kind of scuff up the interior and color match it, get rolling on it. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think on this project. Let me know what you guys do, all that good stuff. Yeah, let's get rolling. All right, yeah, like I say, all kinds of new goodies, brake pad covers, door handles, rubbers, turn signal stuff. What we got here? Stickers, factory sticker stuff. I mean, heck, and a brand new glove box. So all kinds of good stuff. We got, what do we got in here? We got wipers. We got, ooh, this looks like a good box for us. Looks like ignition. Looks like all the old stuff. So that's nice. It's gonna be such a puzzle. You know what I mean? Oh, worst job in the world is cleaning up after someone else's, you know, removal or something. Like, what the heck is that? What are those? Maybe for the tailgate? Oh man, maybe. Anyways, got a lot of figuring out, you know? Figuring out of stuff. That looks like interior stuff though. Anyhow, we got our door cards. They both look like they're in good shape. We got our window regulators, which is exciting because I only seen one of those, so I'm glad to see both of those are in there. And they both look like they're in good shape, so cool. I say we had this tote of stuff down there on the ground too, and this got our headlights, horn ring, door handles, Econoline badges. So I'm not for sure which set of wipers or why we got two sets, but whatever, you know. Looks like we got another rear mirror, which this one's chrome, and the one in the truck is blue. I don't know why we wouldn't put the chrome one in there, but anyhow, yeah, so that's in that box. Just trying to show you everything, you know? We got lots of, I've had a few of these Econolines, so I saved all the headlight rings, so we can definitely put the nicest ones on this rig. Let's go. We got brand new door rubber seals. Got enough tack rags for 10 jobs there. You know, so that's all right. They come with it. We got some cool mirrors, armrests, door handles, so whatever, you know. And I think all this is like interior ducting and stuff like that, so heater stuff. I'd kind of like to get that kind of stuff figured out because I really don't know how all that goes. So I'd like to start piecing that stuff out. Oh, those go up in the behind the headlights. That's where those go. Those are the fresh air ducts. So yeah, it'd be nice to get that stuff kind of figured out. We got the lid, the engine cover, doghouse, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to move some of this stuff. Yeah, we gotta find out more on these bad apples too, 'cause, man, I love me a 3-pedal. Yeah, these will work behind a V8. Bet you we got a use for them. And they're not that heavy, which is pretty sweet. Bumper rack. That don't look too bad. Pretty good, to be honest. Guess got a little scratch there in the middle, but I mean, for a driver, I don't know that we're gonna put bumpers on it. Be a good bumper for the bumper pile, though. Plenty of plug wires. Guessing that's the overflow. And we got another radiator, which concerned me earlier because I was like, why do we got another radiator? So I don't know if this one's bad because the other one's holding, it does have coolant in it. So, or if this one was just an extra, who knows, you know? You know. And this looks like the rest of our doghouse engine cover. I think we're gonna go ahead and slip that on. Start trying to get some of this puzzle figured out. We got plug wires for 4 vehicles here, or better. I don't know. I don't know if this for a S10, so that's probably what those transmissions are. That's kind of what I figured. 9522. So I don't know if these come with that transmission, so just what they bought it, or if that bell housing will bolt up to the Ford. I would doubt it. I'm gonna guess they just unbolted that. I don't know. That's the fun part about getting into someone else's mystery. You just don't know. Like, look at all these radiator hoses, man. Look at all the years they got left in them. Heck, I would save those too, you know? Come on, what are we doing with those? Those are trash. Yeah, engine cover, done. Looks like pretty good, huh? Got a bunch of little interior pieces in, you know, little things. Heater box, fresh air vents for whatever reason. One was just an option factory, and then the other side had a block off plate. There was two of them in this truck in the parts pile. So I put both of them in because both of them were kind of painted up, but this one you can tell was in it because it's got the paint from the original truck. And I've got a block off plate that matches, and this one hasn't been painted on the front side yet. So I don't know, I put both of them in because that's basically the air conditioning of the day, so why not have dual, you know? Anyways, I think, you know, this turned out pretty good. Quite a little puzzle trying to figure out how all this stuff goes, and the lid had to be adjusted, and blah. But look at that, it works pretty good. Happy with it, but it's nice and rigid now. It really rigids up the, you know, the floor was kind of, you know, flappy, but of course there's nothing really to support the floor. This is kind of the support. And same with the radiator, it was kind of wobbly, so took care of all those problems. Got the wiring kind of cleaned up now. Only thing we need to do is the battery, and like I say, it originally goes under here, and I don't really care for how it originally goes, so we're gonna get like a we'll mess with that later. We're gonna put something back here. For now, you know, it's coming along pretty good in here. If it get the glove box in, I need to bolt it in, but yeah, interior looking pretty good. Anyways, we need to work on seats. I don't have any original seats. It didn't come with anything. Don't have any brackets, don't have nothing. So it looks like they bolted here, and then there's a threaded nut here and a threaded nut there, and from the bottom side they're kind of reinforced. Usually that's like a seat mount or a seat belt or whatever, you know. I don't believe this would have seat belts in it originally, so yeah, I think that's where the seat mounted anyways, is what I'm saying, long story short here. So we're gonna try to, you know, remount that similar or something like that. Pretty simple, the seat just kind of mounts basically right here on the wheel well, you know, and there's just space. There's just an odd space in behind the seat. I've looked them up, that's just factory, it's just how they are. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. I got these seats, black buckets, modern, not my favorite, but they're free to me because we bought them years ago for a project, and they were salvage yard seats. They're out of a Volkswagen. I did find some tags on them, and you know, whatever. So we're gonna use them. We cut this little T-bar mount thing off this one, and yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, just slice, and that's what we got. So I'm gonna set you guys up. We're gonna mount these bad boys in there. They're black, universal. I think we're gonna do blue interior maybe. Whatever we do, black seats usually go good with it. So, and they're in pretty good shape. And like I say, we have them. So anyways, let's get to moving on to some seats. Alright, I stuck a little jack down there. Kind of give me something to set on. Worked out really good. Oh yeah. Maybe need to take her up just a little bit, but it's gonna work out pretty good. Alright, not bad there. Not bad. I should grab a level. See just how not bad we are. Try to get her across that. Yep. I'm not going to complain. Pretty good there. And the truck's pretty level according to the engine cover, so I don't know. Anyways, looks pretty decent there. We're not nailed down permanent, so I think we probably need to come forward a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe about like that, huh? Keep it right with that hump, right with the doors. Kind of what the factory ones look like. They're kind of even with the door, the bottom of the seat. So that's kind of where we are. And that. I don't know, whatever. Looking pretty good to me. And man, honestly, oh man, we are real dangerously close to our mount in the back, our hole. Let's see if we can't find something to set in a seat to get her to cooperate. Just stay there. That's what I want. There we go. Anyhow, I like it. We're stuffed over against the engine cover. It's amazingly good on this side. I got these brackets. That was kind of my plan to, whatever, they're just some old used brackets. Just try to weld on there. See if I can't sneak them in. And do exactly that, just weld them in, you know? So where we can bolt them in. We're gonna see how that works out. And on this side, we'll come up with something else. For sure. After multiple attempts, lots of messing around. I probably shouldn't sit on it because it's just barely tacked, but I'm gonna chance it. Oh yeah, we're big rolling now. Oh yeah, that's pretty comfortable actually. Reach the pedals good, steer good. I mean, we sit way up here, but can't get it any lower. We're slammed as low as we can go, so guess that's just how it is. Pretty sweet though. I like it. I'll pull you guys in for a little better look. I'm gonna pull it out actually. We'll finish weld it. You can see it then. Spray a little black. Try to match the other side. Move on to something else. It's pretty sweet though. Had to mess around because we were touching the door over here, and then we're kind of hugging the engine cover over here. You know, barely rub the seat. But it was either rub the door or barely rub the seat when we open it. And we don't rub the seat when it's sitting. With the door shut, nothing rubs. We only rub when we open this. So, you know, when we open it, we can just kind of push that over a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. So, anyways, let's weld this up, get the other one done. Finally. Seats mounted. We're driving. Woohoo! It's exciting. It really fits good, to be honest. Don't look too bad. I mean, heck, the headrest, I was gonna deep six it, but I don't know, it don't look too bad. It fit around the door. Yeah, I don't know. Worked out pretty good, really. It looks good with the door shut. You know what I mean? You don't even notice it. So, and it don't look terrible, you know? From all angles. So, anyways, we need to bounce onto that other side, but one bolt back there, two down there in the wheel well, and the one back there, that very back one's just a leg. Just slips down the hole, but yeah, no, works out pretty good. So I did that, so we just kind of had, you know, this way you can kind of throw jacket, or, you know, you can throw some junk there if you want. I didn't want to have a leg there in the way. I don't know. Seems silly, I guess, now, but anyhow, on to the other side. And passenger side, done. Well, I mean, waiting on the paint to dry, but anyways, done. Kind of went a little easier than the other side, so we kind of knew what we needed to do. But this side, of course, threw us for a little bit of a loop, because this side, for whatever reason, is narrower from the jam to the doghouse. I don't know. I'm curious on like a V8. If anyone knows, throw it down in there. Are they the same doghouse? Does a V8 fit in there? Seems like it would be awful tight. I don't know. Anyways, I mean, it works. There's just one little side handle that we got to modify later. I can do that after the truck's in. We'll probably just take it off. Anyways, got some cracks in the dash. Kind of working on just trying to beautify the interior. And we got this heater box here that, you know, looking kind of dorky. As you see, this little headlight bucket. Bam! I mean, that just looks so good. Really cleans it up. So I think while that paint is drying, we're going to knock this out real quick. Thought you guys might want to see. We're just going to weld some bolts down, and then we're just going to weld some washers to the bucket. And then the bucket will be removable, and you know, you can get to that if you ever need to. But for the majority of the time, you know, once that's all painted, so you can say, we'll paint this, you know, get some nice knobs on there. That'll look pretty slick. Get the carpet down there. So I don't know, should look good. Anyhow, let's knock that out. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. Seat back in, you know, heater box modified, whatever. I like it. Like I say, we got to modify this bracket here because when the door shuts, you know, we don't even have the interior panel on, and that's on the other side of the interior panel. So I think we're going to deep six that handle. Looks like a couple screws. I'll pop them out. See what kind of trouble we get into there. Hopefully we can kind of beautify that up. I'm thinking maybe just cut that off. If I have to, I'll, you know, put a little filler on it and paint it black. I don't know. We're gonna see. Let's rip that off, see what we get into. Handle done. Let's let it dry. Turned out slick though. I mean, that, I don't know, might pull the other side off and do it. Don't need to, but just might. Anyhow, waiting on that to dry. So I figure we'll work on the tailgate. We need to, you know, just keep picking projects and get them done. So we're missing this hinge on this side. This one's on there, whatever. So we need something kind of similar to that, and we need it removable. You know, we need at least one side removable. I mean, it looks like that one is, but we're gonna make this side a little easier removable. And you know, that way you can take tailgate on and off as you want. This side's got a rusty junk nut in there that we're just gonna drill out. And this side's missing one completely. So I'm gonna make it easy on myself, slap those in from the back side. Just gonna weld them from the front side. We're gonna take this, what is that, quarter inch flat strap. It's already got one hole in it. We'll just pop another hole in it and bolt that on. And then we'll weld our solid stock to it. And then it'll just be two nuts removable to get the tailgate off. So super simple. That fits out good. Like I say, it's solid, so nice and strong. Let's make it. Yep, that works pretty good. Opens, shuts. Now we just need to build some chains for it, I guess. That worked out pretty good though. I mean, I'll put a little filler around it. I know it's not perfect, but good enough. You know what I mean? It does the job. Time it's painted, I think it'll blend right in. So let's build some chains. Alright, I got some chain. Just gonna make a quick little slit in her, put her back in the this side here. That's where it hangs, and then we'll put a little hook on that side. Let's do it. Chains and hooks, done and done. They work pretty good. They're a little tight. I made the hooks, so you know they're just a piece of chain. The hooks could have been a little bigger, but whatever, it works. And then those rods in the box were tailgate straps. So yeah, not for sure what they were trying to do here. If that was rust or it don't look like it, but maybe just dents. I don't know. We'll get into that later, but tailgate done, I'd say. Opens, shuts. We got a hinge, we got chains. Moving on. All right, interior pretty much done. Happy with it. We got everything, I think, put back together as much as we can for now. I mean, I don't know if they were doing like a nut and bolt restoration, but I mean, they really took this thing apart. And unfortunately didn't bag and tag, didn't really label anything. Very difficult to put back together. Lots of missing screws, parts, whatever, you know what I mean? We're getting there though. Happy with it. Like I say, pretty much back together. Wanted to get all these screws and stuff painted that way. When it's, you know, painted, it looks good because there's no reason for, you know, a lot of this stuff to be off. And anyhow, moving on. Like I say, interior's looking good. I think we're going to pull the seats out because we're ready pretty much to roll onto the body shop, I think. Pull the seats out, get the battery box mounted. That way that's done behind the driver's seat. And then I got a new carburetor and new electric fuel pump. Maybe go ahead and slap those on so maybe we can, remember, running pretty good. So maybe we could fire her up again and, you know, at least drive it over there, whatever. But yeah, we're nearing completion, onto the beautification, you know. Let's keep rolling. Seats out, battery box, picked up a cheapie from O'Reilly's, 15 bucks. Lid, it's a big one. I got two different sizes, but I got a big old giant battery that don't fit in nothing. Picked it up, but it's got the big battery, so I'll whip this 6-cylinder into next week, you know what I mean. Got this grommet. We're just gonna re-drill, as they had the battery up here and the wires going through here. We're gonna pop them up through the back so it's nice and clean. I don't know, just gives you more room, and I think it's gonna be ultimately easier to access. Not real impressed with this thing. Pretty chintzy, you know. If I wouldn't put that in much of a hot rod, that I was gonna be like, hot rodding around. Luckily this thing's kind of stock, so I don't think it's going to see a lot of abuse, but if I was sliding something around, would not trust that at all. We're going to just kind of zip because it's, you know, whatever, and move on. Maybe see if we can't get her running again. Alright, battery in, mounted, wires are run through, worked out pretty good. Love that hole punch. Yeah, I think that's going to work out just fine. I'm not going to run everything permanent yet because I'm going to pull all that back out when we paint it. So, I think for now, we've got this carburetor I had for dirt digger. I've had it around. It's just a tester 1 barrel. Good one though. I remember this one giving us all kinds of fits. I'm just going to go ahead and swap it over because I know this one's good. Swap it over and put it on there. That way we just don't even mess with rebuilding. And this one's a little Holly, so I think it's a little better carburetor anyways. So yeah, I'm going to swap those out. I got a new fuel line, fuel filter, and maybe we'll spark her off with our new battery. Well, mega fail. Carburetor bolt pattern was different. So, back with the OG. Guess worst case, hopefully, you know, it works fine. I don't remember. So we're just going to still mess with it. I'm going to pop this off. I got a new fuel filter, fuel line. We don't have a fuel pump yet, so we're just going to kind of bottle feed it. I just want to see if it runs tonight. Let's just do that. Alright, well, I got our gas line hooked up. I got us a little bottle of fuel, gas line. I don't have, you know, fuel pump and stuff yet, so we're just kind of gravity feeding her for a minute. Hopefully that works out. I just want to see how it runs, if it needs carburetor work. I don't know, just can't really remember how it sounds. So, let's see what happens. I don't even remember what it takes to get this old girl started. I just would like to refresh my memory, you know? See what we're working with. Oh. Already got that in our way. Let's deal with that. Yeah, we got turn signal, and a loose connection. Battery box is a little tight, to be honest. Oh, choke cable stuck in there too. Better get that out of there. All right, I think we got everything else a-going. Get that choke opened up. The turn signal lever is not on, so can't really shut that off. That just kind of is what it is. Anyhow, I think we're going to see if it'll bark off. It doesn't seem to be in gear. Ooh, geez, Louise. Dumped the gas all over. Doesn't seem to be in gear, so yeah, working out pretty good. Give her just a good shot. See what happens. Another drink. Think that'd be plenty to get her to spark off. Don't seem to be getting spark. I would have to guess. And I don't remember. I thought we had to jank with some wires last time. Get this bad boy to fire up. Don't remember what we had to do. We can read a spark tester, see if we're getting spark. Well, the points is just a little dirty. I don't know if they just got a little corrosion sitting or something. Who knows? They weren't sparking. Sanded them a little bit, now they're sparking. So we'd assume problem fixed, but we're gonna find out here in a minute. Get this cap on, we'll recheck for spark. It's the joys of old cars. Getting spark now. Okay, let's try her again. I'm gonna try grabbing a can of carb or brake clean here. See if that doesn't get it to action just a little bit faster. Just to see if it'll spark off, and then we'll get. There we go. Didn't bet on that, I guess. The fuel pump's still working. And there seems to be fuel in the tank. Maybe the fuel pump's working. A manual fuel pump that's working? What? I know, I got a success on that. It'll quit working immediately, I'm sure. Man, it's working. Oh, man. Oh, man. I did not expect that, guys. Let me hook that fuel filter back up. The tank does have a drain. The fuel doesn't look terrible. Let me just take the time, drain the tank, put some fresh fuel in it. If the pump is working, let's get some fresh fuel in it, because it sounded smooth as heck. I don't want to just dump all this old fuel everywhere. I'd rather just drain it and not deal with that mess. Let's just go ahead and do that, and then we won't be running the pump completely dry. We'll just drain the tank, put some fresh fuel in there, try to run that stuff through there, and see how it goes. Alright, let's see how this goes. Hopefully this tank drain comes right out and doesn't give us any troubles, but that's unlikely. But get her out, see how this fuel looks. It smelled terrible, so Let's see. Come on now. Don't you strip. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's awesome. Coming right out. Oh, yeah. Just like butter. Sweet. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Let's get you guys right up in there. Ooh, it's already leaking out. Let's see what kind of goodness we get. Horn number 2. Doesn't look like very much gas. Whatever though. We'll flush her and get all the fresh stuff in there. I was thinking there was more in that. I mean, it was really pumping out for that to all be more than there was. Doesn't look dirty though. Just smells terrible. Varnished gas. 100%. There we go, that's what you needed. Just jacked up this driver's side. That seems like that's getting her. She's a flowing now. Definitely does not smell like gasoline. Smells like paint varnish remover. That's all it smells like. All right, fuel line hooked up. Underneath had to patch in a little spot. So drain the fuel, fresh a couple gallons. See what happens. Guess before we get too excited, I checked the oil. We got coolant right up to the top, so that's good. Woohoo! We're gonna have to prime her up just a little bit. Actually gonna use this old fuel. See if I can't get a little down in that vent. Here we go, we're already getting fuel up there. Seem like our fuel pump is keeping up. Surprise, me and your fuel pump that don't work right. But it is squirting. Maybe we don't have enough fuel in it. That could be an issue. But man, it runs like I mean, this thing runs so much better. I don't see any smoke in here. It's clean, crisp, way better than the Falcon. Man, we need to pull this out, put it in the Falcon, because it needs love. And we just need to V8 this thing. Man, this thing runs good. Wheel it idle. That's all I want. Man, running pretty good there for a minute. It don't want to idle though, at all. Maybe try adjusting that. Try adjusting that idle up just a little bit. Still needs a little drink. Come on now. Well, I think I probably need to get a little bit more fuel, see if that's our issue. So it just don't want to run very well. And it's barely getting any fuel up here. So I'm wondering if it's not a fuel issue because I only got a little over a gallon in it. And it looks like our carburetor's leaking all over sin. So I don't know if I should kit it, should look at a new one. I'm gonna go look at my options real quick. Get back to you. All right, I decided to just carburetor, gonna be like 100, 150 bucks. At that point, I'd probably just convert it to a 2-barrel. At that point, like, gosh, I just don't want to do all that work. I just want it to idle, you know? I backfed the line just to see if it is a fueling issue. So if we run out of fuel in here, then we know our fuel pump's not keeping up, and I've got an electric one coming, so we'll just go to that. I just want to see if it'll idle, so I don't know. Let's see if it'll idle. Yeah, it's definitely running out of fuel. I don't know how we had it running there so long as we did without giving it fuel. Just definitely running out of fuel. I think I got enough fuel in the tank. I think we'll just have to resume when we got an electric fuel pump, I guess. I don't know, really crunching up my plans. All right, here's where we're at. After some thinking, it's just kind of, I think it's time to put the brakes on it. We're at the point where it's gonna take 3 or 4 more days for fuel pump. I think it needs a carburetor or at least a kit minimum. Or I'd probably just do a 2-barrel adapter and 2-barrel it is kind of what I'm thinking. And honestly, after hearing it runs so crisp. I'd kind of like to go back to just V8 in this thing and putting this engine in the Falcon, because the engine in the Falcon's really not near what this thing is. This thing sounds so much better than one of the Falcons. Sounds like a dog. This thing just sounds so crisp. And I'd like to put it in there, but maybe do a stick. We've got, I don't know. Anyways, stick around for a minute. I'm going to ramble for a bit, but we are going to try to drive it out of here, maybe do a little loop ski around, throw her in the other garage. If you guys want to check that out, appreciate you guys thus far for watching. Throw in a comment. What do you think I should or shouldn't have done? I don't know. I don't feel like I've wasted my time here because we've gotten it so much further. We've gotten all the parts kind of gathered, put back together. We got a lot of the interior put back together. Kind of know what we do or don't need. There's some things I'd like to pick up, maybe just kind of upgrade it or whatever. But it'd be kind of nice to let it simmer. Now I've got a little bit more of a feeling of the truck. You know, it's been a few years, and heck, it's been sitting in the garage. So what hurts if it sits in the garage another year, and then we, you know, cut it up and do something cool with it later? Or I think for now, I'm going to throw it up for sale because it is a super solid project, and see if somebody else wants to nab her out. That would kill a lot of dreams for me, and I can just kind of move on and, you know, let someone else enjoy it. But if not, you know, we'll build it. I don't know at this point. We were kind of just building it to sell it anyways. Kind of midway through, I started wanting to do, you know, fill this into one of our competitions, and I was thinking the custom car build off, and we were going to chop the top off and do some really cool stuff there. But I don't know, it's just not fitting. It's just not going to work the way I want with what parts I have. And I've got another idea that I'm just kind of dead set on. So I think, you know, ultimately, like I say, we were just going to put this together and try to make a buck. And it's like, I tried doing that with the Ford truck, and it's just sitting, and I'm not really wanting to get in the business of restoring cars and selling them, you know what I mean? So I want to build stuff I want, you know, or really want to do. So I think we'll just, like I say, I think this is a 21,000 mile truck. You know, it reads 21,864. I was always taught to look at like the steering wheel. It's super, you know, like none of the nubs and stuff are wore off from like lots of use. The shifter's kind of the same way, you know. The pedals and stuff are like super nice. You know, usually 100,000 miles, the corners of these brake pedals would be like wore off. I know this one's missing, but it probably just dry rotted and broke off, but I don't know. And there's no rust. It's super solid. And these trucks are, I wouldn't say rare, they're not easy to find. So maybe we can just kind of move it on, and I don't know. If not, like I say, I'm thinking gasser, wheelie, mid-engine, V8. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's either that or completely lay it out on the ground and do something like that. But either way, I'm thinking, unless I just sell it, I don't really want to keep the 6-cylinder in it. And so I've got other ideas. And I don't really want to do body work right now, because if we were going to do that, we should be working on the square body, you know what I mean? So it's kind of silly to be pushing one out of the paint booth. I've got the Nissan and the El Camino, you know, like I should just finish one before I body work another one, you know? Oh, enough rambling. This isn't quite how I expected the episode to turn out. I thought we were going to get a cool look. We were going to get some cool paint, maybe some wheels. You know, I don't know. Anyways, like I say, I don't feel like we wasted our time. It's way further together. I'm going to throw the parts back in it, throw the seats back in it. We'll try to bottle feed it out of here, do some cool driving. I don't know. Have some fun with it yet. Move on to, I think we're going to move on to station wagon next. So come on back for that. We're going to do 4-wheel drive. I've even thought about 4-wheel drive in this at one time. Thought that'd be kind of cool. I haven't seen, I'd like to do something different with this thing, but I don't know. Enough yakking. Let's slap her back together. Move on to the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Stick around for us to move her out of here. Back together. Let's see if she wants to play nice, and we'll take a little lap outside. Pretty good too, to be honest. Well, out of gas. We made it though. It's gonna be our new home with the Nissan and everything else, I guess. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure to throw in a comment. Tell me how I'm doing. See you on the next one.
We'll have